This is ABC7 News at 5:30. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Welcome back. Big energy changes could be on the way for the city of Venice and other local governments as the cities consider a major climate change initiative. ABC7's Christopher Brantley joins us live from Venice tonight with more on the story. Christopher.
Good evening. This proposal is all about changing the way local governments use energy. It's all about decreasing the use of fossil fuels while increasing the use of renewable energy. As 2018 begins, several organizations are looking far ahead into the future.
I can remember a time when people would buy a major appliance or even your car. In the major appliance, you didn't care how much energy was used.
Solar 100 is a group working to convince local governments to be completely reliant on renewable energy by the year 2050.
How much energy do we spend on pumping our drinking water and bringing the water back?
Ronald Courtney is a member of the Venice Environmental Advisory Council. The group has taken up the charge to see if Venice could make the change. For example, using solar power to run the water utilities department.
In the long run, we may, by spending a little extra, we can get for years a buyback for the city and the taxpayer.
Not all of it requires major changes. It could be as simple as using all energy efficient street lighting or adding solar panels to the roof of City Hall. But those big projects, like converting the whole city government to renewable energy, could be costly.
When it comes to energy, people have short attention spans. They're concerned about their daily endeavors and living paycheck to paycheck.
Venice Councilmember Fred Frey says it's incumbent on local governments to make their residents' lives better. Still, to pay for such a project, Frey said Venice would need tax incentives from the state and federal governments.
We all need to be on the same page. We all live on the same planet, and I'm pretty sure we will not get another planet to live on.
Now, the deadline from Solar 100 is just a few years away, the year 2050. That being said, this really isn't the biggest thing local governments are concerned about right now. Still, the city of Venice will look further into this issue and decide whether to go forward with it, coming up in a few weeks. Live in Venice, Christopher Brantley, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
All right, Christopher, thank you. Florida's capital city will start off with the new year with some solar power. Officials there say more than $33 million was spent on a 20-megawatt solar farm. Today, that farm will get connected to Tallahassee's energy grid. The solar farm is the size of 92 football fields. Officials say it will produce up to 2% of the city's total power supply, which is enough to light up 3,400 homes. A group of swimmers braving the cold today, running into the chilly Gulf of Mexico for a very good cause. The Shamrock Shiver, it's called, taking place on Bradenton Beach this afternoon. Those participating put on their swimsuits and took a deep breath and then ran into the Gulf of Mexico. And maybe just briefly, but it was their first swim of the new year.
Oh, it makes me feel warm, all warm and cozy inside. Perpetuating warmth throughout my body, just knowing this is for a good cause.
It really is. All the money raised from today's swim will benefit local children through the Caring for Children charities. I'm impressed. They went out there because it was a chilly day here in the Suncoast and getting colder at this hour. Let's get the latest now from Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan.
Yeah, that's not too bad considering that they had to cancel some of the polar plunges up north, Scott, because of the extreme wind chill problems that they've been experiencing, but still very cold for us. Look at this, the wind chill already down to 43 here at the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport, expected to get down into the mid-30s by 10 o'clock tonight. The National Weather Service has now issued a wind chill advisory for Suncoast residents. Again, that continues from 10 until 10 tomorrow morning, and the dew point temperature now at 46. Winds are out of the north-northeast at 12. That northeast wind, the north-northeast wind, making it feel all that much colder. The pressure way up there, 30-13, and that continues to rise. Well, we talked about snow in Florida last week, and guess what? They had some earlier today just south of Jacksonville right there. You can see showing up on the scale kind of a rain-snow mix at points, and it looks as though more snow is in the offing across North Florida. Unfortunately, if you want to see snow here, it doesn't appear that it's going to happen now. It will stay north of the Tampa Bay area, but for tonight, we can expect a few more snow flurries around across parts of North Florida. But for us, we'll get the light rainfall. The temperature's not cold enough in the lower levels of the atmosphere to allow us us to see snow, but light rain is definitely a possibility. A few sprinkles now and again throughout the evening. Temperatures extremely chilly. Get a look at this. A hard freeze warning had been possible, but now it's just a freeze warning, but that's still very significant from north of the Tampa Bay area all the way up into Jacksonville, where freezing temperatures will exist. And for us, we're under that wind chill advisory from the National Weather Service. Also, a small craft advisory is in effect for the coastal waters. Well, more on our cold and chilly week for 2018 coming up in just a few minutes. Scott?
All right, Bob, thank you. 4 people are dead at the Jersey Shore. The alleged shooter is a teenage boy. ABC's Aaron Katursky reports.
A New Year's Eve tragedy in Long Branch, New Jersey, where a 16-year-old male is believed responsible for shooting his parents, an older sister, and a family friend.
Attention all staff supervisors, 635 Wall Street, 635 Wall Street, cross of Oakwood and Long Branch. For the shooting, scene is not secure.
That young man is now in police custody.
I've heard reports about this being terrorist connected. We'd like to disabuse all of you of that notion. We're investigating this strictly as a domestic incident that occurred within the confines of this home.
Stephen and Linda Kalogi, their 18-year-old daughter Brittany, and a 70-year-old who lived at the home, Mary Schultz, were all killed. The alleged shooter, whose name is not being released because of his age, faces 4 counts of murder and a single count of possession of a weapon for an unlawful purpose. That weapon, according to police, a semi-automatic rifle.
The weapon was legally owned and registered to a family member.
Police responded to a 911 call from within the home and discovered the quadruple murder. The young man police say was the shooter was not previously known to them. He was arrested without incident. His grandfather and brother were not targeted. They left the home unharmed. A motive for the crime was not disclosed. Aaron Katursky, ABC News, New York.
Police believe 2 shootings near Orlando's tourist district that left 5 people injured may be related. Police responded to the first incident after 2 a.m. Sunday morning. A man found shot in the face was taken to the hospital where he's in critical but stable condition. 2 others were later hospitalized with gunshot wounds. Witnesses say the victims were in 2 vehicles that were possibly shooting at each other. Later Sunday morning, police were called to a nearby area where more gunfire was heard. That's where police found a vehicle occupied by 2 men with gunshot wounds. Both are now in stable condition at an Orlando area hospital. New details in the deaths of a dozen nursing home patients in South Florida. In the aftermath of Hurricane Irma, Florida regulators say temperatures rose to 99 degrees inside a Hollywood Hills nursing home that lost power during the storm. A new document filed by the Agency for Healthcare Administration reveals temperatures climbed highest on the 2nd floor of the rehabilitation center after it lost air conditioning. 10 of the victims lived on that floor. Federal regulations state temperatures should not rise above 81 degrees in these facilities. Those 12 deaths are now being considered homicides, and the nursing home is still the subject of a criminal investigation. The new year brings new hope for transgender individuals who want to join the military. The Defense Department is taking steps to receive transgender recruits into the ranks as soon as today. But those who join know the legal road ahead could be bumpy. President Trump announced a transgender ban in August, but it has yet to be implemented. Last year, a second federal judge blocked enforcement of the prohibition. Florida is one of the last states in the nation to not fully ban texting and driving, but that could change soon. The legislature in Florida is considering a bill to allow police to ticket someone for texting while driving. Current law states texting is a secondary offense, which means officers must see another violation before they can cite a driver for texting. 43 states fully ban texting and driving, and even though Florida has some of the nation's deadliest roads, it is again one of the remaining 7 without that ban. Still to come in your Suncoast News tonight, minimum wage hikes in multiple states across the country going into effect will affect workers here in Florida.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now during our Winter White event, save up to 15% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Sarasota Institute of Lifetime Learning begins its 47th season on Monday, January 8th in Sarasota, Venice, and Lakewood Ranch. Meet Bruce Adolph, the piano puzzler for NPR on Monday, January 8th, and Chris Inglis, former Deputy Director of the National Security Agency, on Tuesday, January 9th. 72 Global Issues lectures, 24 musical conversations. Subscriptions available now. Single event tickets at the door. For more information and to purchase season tickets, visit sillsarasota.org.
Attention, Americans eligible for Medicare. Are you getting all the benefits you're entitled to? Did you know there may be money available to lower your medical prescription costs? Call Health Markets and we'll tell you if you qualify.
Hi, I'm Dr. Martin Jeetsi. It's a new Medicare year. That means more changes and more confusion. The key question is, what can you do now to ensure you get the care you need in the coming year?
Call Health Markets today. You may qualify to save money on prescriptions. We'll help you find plans that may cost less, cover more, and could even lower your prescription costs to increase your savings. We help you find all the benefits you're entitled to, and we do it at no cost.
Make sure you have what you need to get the care that's right for you.
Find out if you qualify to receive extra help with your prescriptions. Call the number on the screen now. Representatives are standing by.
So I kind of grew up all across the country. I come from 5 generations of military men. My dad is still active duty. My grandpa is retired Marines. I like going for runs with my dog. I love, taking her out to the dog beach over in Venice. There are so many things here to do on the Suncoast. My goal every day when I come into work at ABC7 is to tell your stories, give you that major local news and those details that you really care about. I'm Jacqueline Matter, and I'm here for you.
We answered the call of duty and left our homes to serve in far-off lands. Now, we answer another call, this time at home, in our own communities, to respond in times of chaos, to use our strength, our skills, and our experiences to bring hope amid devastation and destruction. Together, as a team of brothers and sisters, we're continuing our mission to make this country a little stronger and a little better each day. We are Team Rubicon.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now during our Winter White event, save up to 15% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Strangers in Orlando used their own tragedy to give another Central Florida girl the gift of hearing for the holidays. ABC's Carla Ray has a story from Seminole County.
With a laugh that could take all your attention. The pink hearing aids behind Brianna Giddens' ears are easy to miss. But without them, the sound of this 4-year-old's own laughter would go silent.
With her hearing aids out, I see her hearing is very, very limited.
9 Investigates first introduced you to the Giddens last holiday season. Brianna was born with a condition called CMV, which could cause her to one day become deaf. And like most health insurance policies, her hearing aids aren't covered.
Her ear that had kind of been her worst ear, now her better ear, had gone down to the level of her bad ears.
That decline and new technology meant a need for new aids this year at a cost of around $3,000. But this equipment was donated.
This hearing aid here, and then she's got one in her other ear.
Following another family's devastating loss.
Some would call it a fluke. I would call it a miracle.
Jennifer Ottorino teaches Seminole County children under the age of 3 who are deaf or hard of hearing. And last year, after a life of health issues, a swing-loving, playful student whose parents described as full of sunshine died at just 5 years old.
Just her aura was just one of sweetness and love, and I don't think you could meet her without feeling how she contributed to the world.
That contribution continued after her death when the girl's parents entrusted this teacher with the brand new hearing aids that they struggled to afford to find a family who could use them.
Not that one. Fall out.
Leading to a gift for the Giddens far beyond Brianna's new gear.
It broke our heart because somebody lost their child,
right?
But they still, passed something forward to help our child,
right.
And we'll always be grateful for that.
The two families have never met, and the donors asked us to keep their identity private. But now Brianna carries a connection to an angel and her laughter will stay loud and clear.
Every time you put those in, it's a reminder of this gift that they've given us, absolutely.
Now your ABC7 First Alert weather forecast with Chief Meteorologist.
Well, here it is. Some rain falling right now across parts of the eastern portion of the state. We have a few sprinkles still around here, but snow has fallen today across Florida, just south of Jacksonville, downtown Jacksonville. Had some snow earlier reported, and there's still some flurries possible there tonight. It doesn't appear that the snow line is going to make it all the way down here to the Sun Coast, but there's a much better chance to get some snow across north central Florida from, say, Orlando northward, but more so from Gainesville northward on in through Wednesday evening. Now, for the watches and warnings, well, they're numerous across the state as a result of this Arctic blast, which has gripped pretty much 2/3 of the nation for this, most of the nation for that matter. Now there are rip current advisories in effect along the East Coast. There's small craft advisories for us. There's a rip current advisory in effect for our area until 10 o'clock tonight. But more importantly, a wind chill advisory is in effect from 10 p.m. tonight till 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. And it means that you may get hypothermia if you don't not taking care as far as dressing properly, and you're going to be exposed outdoors for a long duration. Take care of your small pets to make sure that they are bundled up if they're heading outdoors, and bring them in pretty quickly. That will be in effect until Tuesday, 10 o'clock morning, and looks like we will see again a possibility of a wind chill advisory Thursday night and into Friday morning, as well as into Saturday morning. 48 degrees right now, and with the clouds still around, there's a chance for some light rain showers. The dew point temperature at 46, but this number will start to continue to drop throughout the night. Winds are out of the northeast at 12, so still pretty brisk out there. That breezy conditions make it feel a lot colder. The high today, 64 degrees. That was before the front moved through. Temperatures have been falling throughout the afternoon. The low is 49. That will change as we head in toward the midnight hour. 71 is our normal high, and 85 is the record set back in 1990. No 80s expected for some time, and we've had just 0.08 of an inch of rainfall. Current temperatures already down to 37 in Jacksonville, 35 in Pensacola. It's 48 in Orlando now, 77. The front not through Miami at this point. Temperatures currently across the region, upper 40s in Bradenton. Cortez at 48, the Gulf water temperature, although now at 68, this will continue to drop. More than likely down to the low 60s by the time this whole thing is over as far as the cold weather goes. 52 now in Venice. Northport, you're at 53. But more importantly, the wind chill already into the mid to upper 40s across the area. The futurecast is indicating some light rain tomorrow, and looks like we'll see some morning showers scattered about. Not a lot of widespread rainfall, but then here's the snow, and this particular model depicting some snow on Wednesday morning across north central Florida, then pushing out throughout Wednesday evening. For us, it doesn't appear that we'll see that, but we'll keep an eye on it. Things can change as far as that goes, but it's unlikely we'll see the snow here. Temperatures currently, right now, it's bitterly cold in Minneapolis, Kansas City, St. Louis, Chicago at 0 right now, and 10 in Cleveland. You factor in the wind, and it feels like minus 16 in Chicago. They've been battling with these extreme temperatures now for several days. It feels like 16 degrees into Atlanta. Well, for boaters tomorrow, not the best weather. Small craft advisory remains in effect. Seas 4 to 6 feet. Rough conditions out there. Tides upcoming. The next high tide will be at 10:56, and sunrise will be at 7:20. Wind chills in the mid-30s late tonight and tomorrow morning. A low temperature right around 45 degrees tomorrow. Mostly cloudy, cool and breezy with a high of only 62. And the extended forecast shapes up like this. The better chance for some scattered showers on Wednesday, mainly rainfall, and then we'll see upper 50s for highs only on Thursday and Friday. You'll notice these temperatures, too, down into the mid-30s, Scott, on Saturday morning. Back to you.
Burr, all week long. All right, thank you, Bob. Let's get a check now on First Alert traffic for the drive home. If you are working today, most of you, though, are home, and that's why the roads look pretty clear at this hour. Look at all the green on the map. Just a couple places with some slowdowns, but otherwise, all roads are looking good and clear at this hour. Federal safety officials are investigating whether a 2016 Ford recall should be expanded. Ford recalled 153,000 vehicles in 2016, including F-150 pickup trucks, because their automatic transmissions could unexpectedly shift, causing drivers to lose control. But the government now wants the recall to include more than 1 million additional vehicles because it's still getting complaints from drivers who claim the repairs did not work. Ford says it is cooperating. The start of the new year brings bigger paychecks for some workers across the U.S. Minimum hourly wages are up in 18 states, along with a handful of cities and counties. Florida's minimum wage is increasing by 15 cents from $8.10 an hour to $8.25. In Washington state, it's now up to $11.50 an hour. That's up 50 cents and represents the highest state minimum wage in the country. The federal minimum wage currently stands at only $7.25 an hour. Stay with us. Entertainment news is next.
Rose takes her volunteering for Tidewell Hospice very seriously. But she knows how to have fun, too. And that's what she brings when we're invited to visit patients as part of Tidewell's pet therapy program. People love to see her. She really brightens their day. She makes people smile. And in end-of-life care, a smile can be a wonderful gift. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
If you're looking for the perfect trip that allows you to spend quality time with the family, then discover the great outdoors on an Alabama Black Belt adventure. Create unforgettable memories while hunting, canoeing, camping, and more. Or challenge yourself on Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail, now celebrating 25 years. And while you're here, enjoy a Deep South dining experience. Book your adventure in one of our members' lodges or stay at the Renaissance Montgomery Hotel and Spa. Start planning an Alabama Black Belt adventure today.
Soldiers in the Army National Guard live up to a set of time-honored principles.
I will always place the mission first.
They stand ready to respond to any crisis.
I will never accept defeat.
They serve in their communities as citizens and as soldiers.
I will never quit.
They train part-time to be ready to serve at all times.
I will never leave a fallen comrade.
Learn more at nationalguard.com.
Are you a food lover, restaurant goer, or home cook? Then check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC7's own Chef Judy serves up her favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, and helpful step-by-step videos. And you'll love the restaurant guide with direct links to your favorite Suncoast eateries. Whether you're cooking in or dining out, whet your appetite with tasty tips from Chef Judy at mysuncoast.com/dining. Tomorrow at 5 on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
Hello, I'm Stephanie Webb. Punta Gorda's new police chief, Pamela Davis, is set for her first day on duty. We're going to tell you why the city has big expectations for their new leader after their last chief's controversial exit. Tomorrow on Good Morning Suncoast. Josh?
And the first week of January 2018 is going to be chilly and raw. When we'll warm up, we'll have the details.
Tomorrow at 5 on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you. Get all the local information you need before you leave home in the morning. Watch Good Morning Suncoast weekdays on ABC7 to get breaking news, plus first alert weather and traffic focused on where you live. ABC7, we're here for you.
Bono says he's counting his blessings. In an interview with Rolling Stone magazine, the U2 frontman says he's lucky to be alive after nearly dying a year ago. Singer would not elaborate, but said the incident left him, quote, very alone and frightened. It wasn't Bono's first brush with death, though. Back in 2014, he suffered multiple fractures after falling off a bike in New York's Central Park. Former Miss America Mallory Hagan is speaking out against the organization following its request to enlist former pageant winners in its search for new leadership. Hagan, who won the crown back in 2013, says the offer is, quote, laughable and insulting. The group's CEO and president resigned last week. The board of directors announced this afternoon that former Miss America Gretchen Carlson will now serve as the new chairman effective immediately, with 3 other former Miss Americas joining the board as well. The backlash comes after leaked emails showed top leadership using demeaning language to refer to past Miss America winners. Halle Berry, Carol Burnett, and Gal Gadot lead the list of presenters at the 2018 Golden Globe Awards. They join Seth Meyers, who will serve as Master of Ceremonies. Oprah Winfrey will also be on hand to receive the Cecil B. DeMille Award, which recognizes an outstanding contributor to entertainment. The Golden Globes will air January 7th. And get ready, Bachelor Nation. The first roses will go out tonight. Ari Lyondike Jr. says he's on the show for the right reasons and ready to find love. Thousands signed up to meet him, and now just a select few of those women will be vying for his heart. The race car driver made his primetime debut falling for Emily Maynard on The Bachelorette, but she turned him down at the final moment. Season 22 will premiere tonight at 8 o'clock right here on ABC7. And we'll be right back with more news and your forecast for a very cold week ahead. Stay with us.